it's Christine. It's time for a 30-day sketches video. As of this moment, I am recording this a little early, but as of this moment, this is June 4th. And the sketch is by Susan Stringfellow from Sketch Savvy. And the sketch is basically a background. I'm going to use a white piece of cardstock and a bunch of little strips. 4x6 photo with some paper layers, a little embellishment cluster, and a big title. I need to find my big title. I haven't done that yet. And then a little bit of journaling right here, which that's kind of cool. What I've got, I have a little, I'll show y'all real quick. I have this like cup that I keep on my desk, and it's got all like these little branding strips here. And when I cut, if it has a pattern, I'll cut it off and I'll stick it in here. And it's, as you can see, it's kind of getting, you know, it's not full, but it's kind of full. So I thought, okay, this is a good sketch to use some of these branding strips. So I went through and I found some that look like they kind of go together. Most of them actually may have come from the same collection, kind of inadvertently, but I think those will go together. And then I pulled out this Chamel's, I know this collection. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's Chamel's. Y'all, it's the one with the unicorns and the, I have it. It's the unicorns and whatnot. This one. And I've got the sheet, the top of it somewhere. I just don't know what to do with it. Y'all know what it is. Anyways, I got that collection, and I thought it was kind of cute with these branding strips. And I've got this little picture of my daughter from 2009. And she's so cute. She's little. It was a little school dance, time warp. I'm getting a kick out of these old-timey, I say old-timey. I guess they're not that old-timey, but they're 20, yeah, I guess, what is this? How many, 15, 13, 14 years? I don't know. Y'all, I can't do math this early in the morning. Anyways, I think that's a cute little old picture, and I can make it work with these little branding strips. She's just got a cute little smile. And I was reminding myself her teeth, this before braces and all that. She used to grind her teeth. It was kind of weird. Oh, gosh, I probably shouldn't have said that. She might get upset. Oh, well, she'll get over it. Anyways, that's the stuff I'm going to use. Oh, and one other thing. The sketch had, like, stitching going down the center. Y'all, I don't sew nothing, ever. I took home ec. I tried to make a skirt. It turned out awful. Just truly awful. So I don't sew nothing. But I do have these stamps here, these little clear stamps. And this one looks like a stitch. It looks like this here. So I think I'm going to use that. I haven't figured out what ink. We'll see once I get this down what color might stand out. Maybe I'll just use black. That might work. Anyways, I think this will work out as my little stitching. And I've got the ephemeras and the sticker sheets and stuff, so I'll pull those out to do the little embellishment. Thankfully, there's not tons of it, so I shouldn't have to think too hard. Anyway, let me get started so I can stop talking. Talk soon. Or I'll show you. Talk soon. I'll stop the camera and speed it up when I start getting going. All right? See you soon. Okay, y'all, after my rambling intro there, sorry about the rambling, but anyways, I have mounted my photo on a couple layers. I did have to add one layer. I noticed in the sketch there was like one layer more, so I did add one little layer here, but that looks pretty cute. And then I've sliced up those branding strips that I showed you, just different lengths. I did put a piece of tape down here, so I'm about to come through and tape all these down. And then I think I'm going to use black because most of the colors are light colored. And I mean, there's a few dark pieces here, but I think it'll be okay once I do that. But I'm going to have to paste these down. I put this and I'm going to have to come back on the edges, honestly, and glue them down. So I say that. I'm going to paste them down first and see how it looks because I don't want the stamp, when I use the stamp, looking kind of weird. So let me do that. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to come through. So I'm going to stop talking and just put this on fast forward so you can see that part. I also picked out a title. I think I'm just going to use Awesome because I think it's kind of cute. I like this little bit here. And some of these little ephemeras have like a rose gold to them. So if I end up using those, like, I don't know. I may cut this out because I know this calls for a little label here. So I may end up cutting some of these out. Anyways, that's what I'm going to start doing. All right, I'm going to put on fast forward. Okay, now this is going to be a tad choppy because I start laying this down. I have my little tape, and I'm going to peel it back a little at a time. I do end up having to add a few more strips at the bottom because as I actually laid them down and glued them down, I didn't have quite enough, but I had cut plenty, so no big deal. But I do lay these down with this tape first, and then I come back with some Nuvo glue on the edges and glue the edges down. So I'm just going to cut out most of that because I'll let you see the beginning there. And then I did the other side already with the Nuvo glue, and now I'm just doing this side. But honestly, it's boring to watch me sit there and glue those pieces of paper down. So this is what you get to see now. Now I'm going to run over and get my Memento ink. I honestly wanted to use StazOn, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where I've stuck it. I got to find it. So I end up using Memento, which is fine with my little clear stamp here. Now the other part that I cut out that y'all did not see, and I'm not going to let y'all see because I'm just goofy, is I put this little clear stamp on here, and I ended up trying to use my T-square ruler to make sure that little stamp, because it's so skinny, it kind of curls a little bit, which I could totally see some cool effects with that, but I was trying to make it straight. Y'all, it's as crooked as a politician. I lay it down on there, and it's not terribly straight. But it's all right? It's homemade, you know, it's no big deal. And actually, my first little bit went here, I honestly push a little too hard, so it kind of mushes, and I was sad about that, but again, you know, it doesn't really matter in the end. So I'm kind of just making sure I get these kind of lined up because there is going to be some embellishments in the middle of it. In a second, you know, when I do the long piece here, there's going to be, I throw this little piece of, this little round deal down here just to kind of take up space. And it's not what's going to go there. I just wanted to kind of see, okay, if I put an embellishment there, you know, where does my stripe or my little faux stitching need to go? You know, in hindsight, I probably could have used my T-square and then used like a black ink pen or something, but you know, I'm trying to be all that. I'm trying to be all that with my stamps, and so that's what I try to do here. And yeah, so it's okay. Like I said, I'm not sad about it, but is it the best? No. It does not look like a professional stamper did it. And by the way, sorry about the head, but I have to look down on my stamps there. So I get my stamps going. I'm going to scooch over in a second. This didn't actually take me that long, with the exception of trying to get my ink squared away and all that kind. I mean, I'm just getting things really. I did decide I want to put the picture up on foam. I mean, honestly, it just kind of needed it. The layout is actually, the sketch is pretty simple, which is nice because it didn't take me that long once I figured out the papers and all that. But I did need to do something to make my picture kind of stand out. And so I put my foam on there, and that's going to go on there. And I already kind of decided, well, that's a lie. I thought I already decided. I thought about using the round, like I said, that little rise and shine. But honestly, it didn't make a lot of sense. It's not like it's morning time or anything like that. So I kind of put deciding on my embellishments aside for just a moment. I knew I wanted this awesome title. So I love this rose gold font. I think it's pretty. And it does go with these, the little foiling that's on some of the ephemera. So I stick that awesome down there. And then I'm going to start looking. And I decide on this dragon. I mean, honestly, the sketch had a little circle element with heart and all that kind of mess. But I decided on this little dragon, no good reason, other than he was cute. He was sniffing a flower. I thought about this smile. I thought about this shine bright. And in fact, the minute I got up, I actually put it on pause because I thought, oh, maybe I can punch this out into a circle. I decided against it. It wasn't going to work. So I decided on this rainbow thing that says dream it dot be it, or what, dream it dot be it. And, you know, I end up with no circle element whatsoever, but I think the whole point of it wasn't really necessarily to have a quote circle. It's just to have your embellishment there and kind of take up that space. So I think it's okay. I like my little dragon. I like my little dream it, be it. Again, is any of this related to a school dance? Not really, but you know, it's kind of fun and cute, and she's a kid and it's just fun. So I do have to put a little bit of foam on the back side of the dragon, kind of where it's hanging off the picture a little bit. And then I put the same kind of foam I put on the picture, so the height was the same. And then on the little cloud, I put foam tape, so it raised it up. The foam tape is not quite as thick as the craft foam, so it brings it up, but not quite as much. And I thought that looked kind of neat because it's got this like double layer dimension looking thing. And then I'm gonna yeah, that takes me just a second. So this dress here, I'll tell you just real quickly while I'm pasting this stuff down here. This dress was actually, my mama made this dress. She made it for Brooke. She had a little beauty contest she was in when she was 5. So I'm feeling like, let's see, this is 2009. Well, she had to have been 4th or 5th grade. I don't know how she still managed to wear this dress, because she was like, I thought she was 5 when she had this dress. I don't even remember now. Isn't that terrible? I'd have to go back and look at my stuff. Anyway, my mama made this dress, and there's little beads sewed all over the top of the bodice area. And then she had this really pretty, we got this really pretty lace, and she just looks so pretty in it. She loved that dress. My mom was real proud about that dress. So anyway, I put the little rainbow down, and then I also grabbed a little pink bannery thing. If I'm 100% honest with y'all, I forget to glue that little pink bannery thing down until after I turn off the camera. So you forget, you won't see me do it, but you will see it in like the like a little close-up slow down deal. And then I also found these flowers inside this envelope, and I thought that was kind of cute. So I'm going to put that kind of in there and just build out, literally it's just 3 little pieces, well, I guess technically 4 with a little banner, but just 3 big kind of pieces of ephemera that build out that cluster right there. And then I actually come back in a second with some stuff off the foam font there. I'll show you, but I'm going to grab this star and I'll put that there. And honestly, the sketch did not call for anything in the upper right corner, but I decided to go ahead and add these little diamondy looking things. Honestly, just because I had that glittery foam font in those 2 places, I wanted to go ahead and add it in the upper right. I thought it just kind of filled out the visual triangle for myself. Now here's where the sketch calls for some journaling, right? So I pull out my T-square and I thought, okay, I'll write these lines on here. And then the way I had done my dragon and my font, I didn't give myself a lot of room, so I fussed around. I had to cut away because, y'all, I had to write those lines and erase them like 2 or 3 times, and I go, good Lord, y'all don't need to see that. So I cut that part out, but I just write down these 2 little lines. It just said, Brooke looks so pretty in her dress for the school dance. The date is actually in the picture on the little sign, so I don't really need to date it. But I go ahead and add the lines here with the little ink pen here. And that looks pretty cute. And I thought about some mixed media, but I decided against it because the sketch didn't call for it. And I thought, okay, Christine, just stop while you're ahead. Just stop while you're ahead. So anyway, here's the slowdown. Here's where you can see I did glue that pink banner down. I stuck a little heart on top of it. And then you can see all the little dimensions and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out all the links below. There's usually tons and tons of folks playing 30 days. And we'll see you tomorrow. Talk soon. Bye-bye.